Hey there, troopers. This is Random Game Channel, back with some more gameplay tips. Alright, so for this one, we're gonna need to go to the building tutorial, or what it used to be called, VR Training Simulator. So let's go. Alright, so this one's gonna be about how to not build a death pit. What the hell do I mean by that? Well, let me tell you and let me show you. First of all, let's get in there. Any class. Go this one. Alright. Oh damn, is it gonna work with it here? Wow, they actually kinda updated. Wow. Okay, hold on, I gotta check this out. Wow. Can't even shoot at it. Oh, okay, you can. It doesn't phase through it like an SOG mission. Wow, they really updated this section. This is like one of my most favorite parts of the game, actually. The training simulator, because I do a lot of my gameplay tip stuff in here. Wow, I wonder if there's a day-night cycle in here too. Wow. Okay, I got distracted. Alright. So let me just build this up real quick. And let me tell you what a death pit is and why do I hate it. Okay, so a death pit is when you build... Oh wow, the MacLeod AV bot's talking to me again. Oh, hold on, I'm getting distracted. Let me just build this first. Can't talk. Alright. Oops, wrong way. So let me do this real quick. Stop getting distracted. Should have chose engineer for this, because it builds faster. Alright. So this is a death pit. And I've changed my mind about how I want to build around the key vital structures. You might have seen them, seen and heard me talk about these in my old gameplay tips videos for like how to build base and all that. Got multiple videos. And I recommended building, 4 walls around Mobile HQ, the Ark. Well, things have changed and this doesn't really work. Why? Because when you first look at this, you're going to think, well, they're all pointing inwards, right? These platforms. How the hell do I get out of here? Alright, so one thing you can do is you can mount on top of this. And then you might need to play around with this a little bit. Well, it used to... Okay, here we go. You used to be able to climb on top of the pod. And then you can climb on top of here. But it looks like you can climb on top of it directly now. Then you can mantle, get out of there like that. But the problem is, it takes time to figure that out. What kind of new player is gonna know how to do this and then get out of here in a timely manner? Chances are pretty slim, right? So this is how you get out of the death pit if you're on Mobile HQ. And if I could find the video clip where I kind of talk about this in one of my recent videos, I'll insert it now. It's hard to get out of here when you build 4 walls, platforms facing in, you know what I mean? Like, look, how am I gonna really get out of here easily, besides jumping on this one thing? Who's gonna really know about that? See? Who's gonna know to jump on top of the platform here? The panel. I wouldn't expect everybody to know that. Alright, so that's one example of a death pit. Because you just can't get out. Here's another one where it's just like blank, right? Let me just build this one up. Let me actually, yeah, let me be on the inside to show you all what it looks like and why it's impossible to get the hell out of it. Alright, so sometimes people accidentally build these things. I've done it too, but I've learned my lesson. So when you do something like this, forget it. You can't jump out of here. You're too short. You can't jump high enough. Alright? If you're an engineer or a medic, you might be able to get out of here if you place your fabricator, your stim, or your ammo. You just gotta jump on top of it. If you mantle over it, you're just gonna jump right all over it. So try to jump on top of it, then mantle to the inner platform. Okay, so that's how you escape a silly little death pit like this if you're playing as a engineer or a medic. But how do you actually get out of here if you're inside? Obvious one is you just deconstruct the wall. But let me show you this other option. Let me see if it still works. Sometimes the ladder doesn't extend all the way down when you build it like this. So this is one way to get out of here. Okay, you just build the whatchamacallit. Let me get that out again. You build the tower. Make sure the arrow's facing directly away from you, because the opposite direction is the ladder. You want to make sure you have access to the ladder. That's how you're going to get out. So you build it, you build it, you build it, and there you go. You can sprint up it too. So that's how you get out of one of these if you're stuck inside. I mean, duh, you can always just deconstruct the wall, but this is just an example I wanted to show you. Okay. Alright, so what about this situation? Is it possible to build one of these inside? Let's see. Make sure it's facing away from you. Oh, I did it wrong. Oops. See, there's not a lot of room. It's kind of hard to tell, right? So, arrow's facing you directly. Let's see, so I rotated it 4 times. When you rotate it, it rotates it about 45 degrees each time, I think. Okay, so you got this now, but how do you get out? Well, you can kind of just climb on top of the panel again. And you can do it this way. It's kind of an interesting setup. I don't really particularly like it. Is it possible to build one of these here? Probably not any room, huh? Yeah, it's not gonna penetrate downwards because the mobile HQ's in the way. See, if you're like me, I have the mantle bug. Sometimes you could be standing there and jumping for 10-15 seconds and it won't actually let you mantle. So that's the problem I'm trying to avoid. You know, death pits, not great. It's even worse when you can't mantle out of there, which happens to a lot of people where they say, I'm having issues mantling. Okay, so that's for those of you that are like me that have that bug or issue. Alright, so with this thing set up already, this is like the best way to build them. To build around the key structures like the mobile HQ and the Ark. I used to say, make a gate, right? But the problem with gates is actually, which I didn't realize, they attract the bugs. So the bugs are going to want to attack these things first, and these key structures are already going to be highly prioritized. You don't want to give it any more, like, I guess you could say, we don't want it to make it come under attack any more than it has to be already. So what I suggest now is to actually build the wall backwards where the platform on top is sticking out. Alright? Why? Because you can climb up on top of... Oh, that's a pipe. Okay. You can climb up on top of these like normal and it'll help you mantle. Then when you get down here, look, you can climb up and over easy. And anybody that has the mantle bug, I kind of do this out of habit now. I go up diagonally. I don't do this anymore. Sure, it still kind of works, but I have more success doing this. Looking up diagonally and mantling that way. So that's another gameplay tip if you are struggling with that kind of bug. Alright, so this is easy and fast. You got something to stand on top of out here. You don't need to worry about opening or closing the gate if we went with the gate as the piece here. So I recommend building around the structures this way. It looks kind of dumb, but it works. Also, with the gates, if there's any kind of like bug corpse, or if someone builds like a tower or a auto sentry turret in the middle of the doorway, it's gonna not close. So let me see if I can demonstrate that here. Oops. Let's see. From experience, that's what's happened. And oh, let me build this first. And not a lot of people understand why that happens. See? There's no room for it to close. And when this is open, you can't close it and there's a ton of bugs out there. They're gonna eat the key structure alive. You just screwed the whole team over, basically. So, this is why we want to avoid using the small gate to build around the last section of the key structure, stronghold. Alright, so let's see. That's just to demonstrate it with the tower. You can open it, but can you close it? Nope. It's a no-go. Alright. So that's just a quick little tip that I had. about how to not build death traps plus a little extra stuff. Alright. I think that's all I had to say about this one, so hopefully that helps you out, helps clear things up when you watch me build it this way when I'm playing an actual game. There you go. Alright, troopers, well, I'll let you get back to your thing, killing them bugs good, and I will see you in the future.